All right, get cozy, crew, because we're about to read a ballad. Yeah, some of you from the stream might recognize this. Is Tiny here, TforTiny. I don't remember what exactly kicked it off. I think you were just inspired by the gravitas of losing a level 40 character and wanted to write about it, but she wrote about the first character we ran here in Diablo. The only LefClakWoman. Here, can I get the Hall of whatever here? I don't remember where that list is at. Yeah, I don't remember how to find that, unfortunately. Yeah, so Tiny approached me with this drive to write a thing for LefClakWoman, and we went and spent, I don't know, like an hour or so like talking about potential backstory to LCW and like different settings and like different forms of like who'd be writing it and what viewpoint this for, like why are we trying to write this. We ended up trying to write a kind of a eulogy for my first character. Right? So, what I'm going to do, because I'm a big old artsy hippie, doobadoo, I'm going to let this background ambiance just run for a second, and then I'm going to start reading and telling the Ballad of LeftClakWoman, as written by Tiny. So, get settled in, get some snugs in, get that coz in, and get some RCM sips going. And we'll begin. Hailing from desert sands, a mighty maiden fair. On a journey seldom traveled, she faced a living nightmare. Her name was LefClakWoman. The title told far and wide. You'd notice it etched in alley walls. People were drawn to her side. Her beginnings were quite small, as she kept to herself on travels. 'Twas when she reached my small seaside town, upon where my story unravels. I watched her from afar, admiring her strong demeanor. She towered over townsfolk, causing all of us to appear weaker. Yet, I noticed her grow weary, perhaps tired of the attention, and she packed up her things, along with a rather large battle axe I forgot to mention. I followed her, from afar, along muddy roads toward adventure, wearing glimmering garments and giving off the illusion of grandeur. I felt the crackle of magic. From somewhere deep within, it tugged and pulled at my insides like the chords of a violin. I could almost taste the evil. It hung heavy in the air. Lilith was on the lips of strangers, a hatred for her we all share. Fierce Clack grew restless. Each night that sputtered out, she felt a rage within her, battling a coward's doubt. She spotted a lonely campfire, nestled in the dark wood. I watched her there from afar. There she met three who understood. She was no longer alone. As Neria, Dravox, and Kage, with equal feelings of rage, they went off to save the day. A rogue, two necromancers, and a barbarian, they all vowed to stop the bad guy. They could almost taste victory, an end to this wicked lullaby. They slashed, diced, and pummeled their way across lands and nations of plenty, stopping in a town for rest, in a tavern where the ale ne'er ran empty. There I took my chance, for I had been following them at Fortnite. I took to the stage, instrument in hand, and sang as though it were my birthright. Fierce Clack finally took notice. She held up her 10th mug of ale. She shouted out my way, "Hey, Tiny! Nice loot!" Yet it was not my fault she was large, for I was not tiny. Yet the tavern erupted in laughter, and all I could think was, why me? From there we ventured on. I stayed away from the fight. Soon we reached the awful pits, woefully closer to our plight. Creeping into Elias's throne room, the stench of death and rot followed. I watched in terror as fearless Clack raised her axe. Then into the darkness she was swallowed. One moment she had been there, then an explosion was heard. The ground shook fiercely and our vision blurred. As the dust settled, I felt hot tips slip down my cheek. Clack lay motionless, so fragile, so weak.
Well done.
A once powerful barbarian, LeftClakWoman was now nothing more. We all gathered to say goodbye, cursing this horrific war. In her honor, the party urged me to take her place in order to set her rage free. Wiping away tears, I stood as tall as I could. I vowed to join their party as any good sorcerer would. Now it is a party of 4 again. Neria, Dravox, Kage, and I. Tiny the sorcerer. Until the day we conquer or die.
Impressive.
That's it. Finish.
Very nice. Very nice. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Yo, there it is, Tiny. Well done, friend. Well stinking done. Thank you so much for writing that.
The Ballad of Tiny by Tiny.
Yeah, the Ballad of LeftClakWoman by Tiny.
Okay, sure.
Who is now the name of the character that we're playing. That's the whole tie-in. Because I had named Tiny after this character before we had this idea of doing the writing thing.
Yeah.
Yet it kind of just came to we got much further in this before I was ready to do that whole read through and presentation.
Very nice.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Tiny, thank you so much. Thanks for writing for the stream. That was so much fun.